decentralized networks like Ethereum or any EVM system, the coin is essentially the lifeblood that keeps everything running smoothly. Because there isn't a central authority or a corporate entity managing things, the native coin steps in to solve some fundamental economic problems. First and foremost, it acts as digital gasoline, known as gas fees. This prevents the system from being abused by malicious actors or poorly written code. If someone were to upload an infinite loop, they would quickly run out of coins and the network would automatically halt the execution, keeping the global system safe. Second, it provides the necessary incentives for security. Validators need to be rewarded for the expensive hardware and electricity they use to process transactions, and the coin fulfills that role. It also acts as collateral in proof of stake, ensuring validators have skin in the game and can be penalized if they try to cheat. Finally, because a blockchain is a public utility, it can't rely on traditional banking systems. The native coin serves as an automated payment mechanism, allowing for seamless, decentralized transactions directly on the network.
Reading, researching is fundamental. A lot of this stuff I actually could not find on YouTube. I have no experience in coding, no experience in STEM. My background is in business and finance and marketing. So coming to the blockchain and finding out about it was a revolution in not only how the systems I use will change, but the future of those systems and what that means, in the next 20 years, me being 23. And what I found as an issue was when I was researching a lot of this stuff and asking these questions, I couldn't find the information that I needed on YouTube. It wasn't constantly being talked about because it wasn't popular. Maybe it's not popular because people are focused on the price of the assets that are attached to these coins. And it's funny how that works, where things only become popular when they're trending higher than they should be. So one of the questions I had over the weekend was, why, if Ethereum is decentralized, if it's non-regulated, if it's supposedly like the internet, my question was, why does it even need a coin? Like, what is the purpose? And what I found out was that these the validators and the people who stake Ethereum and protect the network, these people need a payment system of some sort, and all Ethereum is doing is tracking their percentage that they will be making, if that makes sense.
You've hit on the exact reason. The native coin serves as the payment layer that incentivizes people to secure the network. Without that reward system, there would be no reason for validators to spend their money on hardware and electricity to process transactions. It also acts as collateral in the proof of stake model, providing economic security so that validators have a financial stake and can be penalized if they try to cheat the system.
But fundamentally what I'm doing, my name is Nigel. I'm breaking down in a podcast format that's probably never been done before, a live model, being Gemini, based off data that I've researched and inserted as Google Docs into not only the system but into my own notebook, so I can build this framework of what EVM is as a model, and then being able to verbiate that thought pattern. So it's probably one of the first formats that you've seen of someone communicating back and forth with an AI in this type of framework with this type of topic, at this age, at this background. Like I said, I had no background in any of this coding or tech language, so for me to understand it, I have to use outside resources when there are no resources, so I can accurately understand what I'm looking at, and if it doesn't make sense, I'm able to pounce at that. That's part of the reason why I kind of got into it, because essentially first Bitcoin was Bitcoin, and Bitcoin I was using it, maybe when I was in high school for a variety of ways. But then it turned into Ethereum and the blockchain. And then it turned into past just the price. What is the EVM and what are the banks doing? What is private credit doing? What is asset managers doing, like BlackRock? Like, I keep seeing on this in the internet. I'm seeing like just different apps. I'm seeing different companies. I'm just seeing things implemented. I've started to think about Web3, which is the idea with the AI agents and how they're going to like do their micropayments. Like all that is fundamental on what makes this so important, to where now I'm finding the spark to research it. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I will dive deep into it and figure out what is the correct way to verbiate it. If you see an issue or something that doesn't make sense, let me know in the comments. I haven't even had an ounce of time to think about what this channel would be called, because fundamentally it's just research and a guide to what the system that I believe could be the backbone for all of us, a guide to what this system actually is, and the why and the hows of what's happening and what's changing, because it's in constant flux. Go be great. Peace.